Chapter 3, Part B. Summary of Proposed Reforms. Here is a quick summary of my proposed reforms and my rationale for each reform. I go into detail on all of this in Part 2. Number 1. Eliminate the Senate to make the legislative branch a unicameral body. This reform will increase the power of the legislative branch by removing the internal check, the Senate, on its use of power. In my view, the current structure of the legislative branch prevents it from appropriately asserting its power and exercising the will of the people. The framers intended the legislative branch to be the closest to the people and the most powerful. This reform will accomplish that goal. Number 2. Increase the size of Congress to 695 members and require Congress to change its size after each census to the cube root of the population of the country. Number 3. Grant statehood to the District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, and the 4 island territories. The purpose of Reforms 2 and 3 is to ensure universal suffrage and equal representation in Congress. Number 4. Require states with more than one representative to use some form of proportional voting method, specifically proportional ranked choice voting with multi-member districts of between 3 and 5 members. Reform 4 will make multiple parties electorally viable. While it may be tempting to try to eliminate political parties altogether, political parties are inevitable in democratic government. This is because, in a large society, there will always be different factions with different priorities, and they will always find a way to organize. It is impossible to have 0 political parties. Having a one-party system is undesirable as well, for obvious reasons. And our 2-party system incentivizes conflict and has brought us to the precipice upon which we find ourselves today. In a multi-party system, it is difficult for any single party to win a majority. To govern, parties must form coalitions and are incentivized to cooperate. At the same time, too many parties can lead to fragmentation and legislative instability. As shown by my state-by-state analysis in Chapter 8, the incentives created by the structure of these proposed reforms will make viable at least 4 political parties. Number 5. Eliminate the Electoral College and elect the president by ranked choice popular vote. Number 6. Lower the threshold for impeaching the president to 60% of Congress. Reforms 5 and 6 will make the executive branch more accountable to the people. First, by ensuring that the person who receives the most votes wins the presidency. And second, by making it easier for the legislative branch to check a rogue or otherwise unfit president. Number 7. Set a term limit of 21 years for Supreme Court justices. Number 8. Create a set schedule for appointments to the Supreme Court. And number 9. Increase the size of the Supreme Court to 21 justices. These 3 reforms to the judicial branch are designed to reduce the political stakes for each individual judicial nomination by limiting the maximum length of time each justice can serve, increasing the predictability of the appointments, and expanding the court to dilute the power of each individual justice. Combined, these reforms would rebalance the 3 branches, increasing the power of the legislative branch while reducing the power of the executive and the judiciary. While these reforms could be implemented one at a time in a piecemeal fashion, they are intended to be implemented as a complementary package. In sum, these reforms would be transformational. If implemented, I believe the new structure of government would create the conditions from which American democracy shall rise to meet head-on the myriad challenges facing our nation in the 21st century and beyond. Thank you for watching.
Please like and subscribe and share with a friend to help grow the movement for real American democracy. I'm always open to feedback, so leave a comment below. Also, check out the links in the description to get in touch with me at my website, politicalzane.com, where you can also support the channel with some democracy swag like this hat, and subscribe to my Substack to see these videos early. See you next time.